traveling to Dixon City, Pennsylvania. I'm going to have lunch with some friends of mine who I met at a show about a month ago in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania at the Mohegan Sun. It was an outdoor show. I was doing some videoing and I walked by a booth and there was a little boy sitting at a booth waiting to talk to somebody about a hunt. So I was curious what he wanted to hunt, and he quickly stole my heart and became a good friend of mine. His name is Nathan John. I did put a picture and a post about him on my social media, which then led to a lot of really fun stuff and this really great friendship that I have with this amazing little guy. So I'm going to go right now, have lunch with his parents, and listen to their story about Nathan and what happened and who Nathan is. I want to know so much more about this little guy. He is pretty amazing. He has some challenges and some obstacles, but nothing seems to hold him back. Even though he's in a wheelchair and he struggles a little bit with his ability to get where he wants to go, his mom and his dad are super supportive. They're great parents and they help him get where he wants to be. So watching Nathan's passion for the outdoors and hunting and fishing is what really captured my attention and made me want to do more for Nathan. So I have some really fun projects coming up. So I'm going to do a little video series and see if we can't maybe do some really great stuff to help Nathan along his journey. And I'm going to try to get as much of it as I can on film and do a little segment each week on my YouTube channel to let all of you see what Nathan is doing and maybe help Nathan to be an inspiration to other people and to bring some light to the fact that there are amazing kids that just have some special needs and just need a little bit of help, and we can do some really great stuff to encourage that along or make it a little bit easier for them. So this is kind of Nathan's journey, and I'm super excited to get to be a little part of it and to get to watch him grow and do amazing things. So this will be the start of the video series, and I am very excited to have you follow along.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Baczynski.
I'm Robert Baczynski.
And you are Nathan?
Nathan John Baczynski's parents.
Yes. So I met Nathan, has it been like a month now, at the outdoor show Wild Meats puts on at the Mohegan Sun. And what was the name of the booth that you guys were at?
We were at Hunts for Healing Foundation.
Yes. And you were talking to them about what kind of a hunt for Nathan?
We just got there. We didn't even.
Oh, so when he told me about hunt, he was being very specific. That was his hunt. Okay.
That was his hunt.
Because I said, what do you
got that out of him. We didn't pull it out. You got it.
Yeah. So and he just wanted. That's what he wanted to talk about, fishing and hunting.
Right.
So, and then after I walked away, I looked at your Facebook page and saw that he likes fishing too. So I thought, well, he's very outdoorsy. And then you guys came back around to my table.
Right.
That's how I met him. He's very outdoorsy.
Nathan was a preemie, born 6 weeks premature. He was diagnosed at a year old with spastic quadriplegic cerebral palsy. I knew at 5 months that he wasn't like my other 2 children. And the doctor kept saying that it was developmental delay.
So they didn't know when he was born?
No. He spent 11 days in the NICU, and they were going to send him out to CHOP if his blood sugars didn't go up and down when they were supposed to.
Yeah.
But that never happened. They fasted him and he was fine. And then after the 11th day, they sent him home with us.
Okay. So was that an indicator, looking back, that there may have been something, or you don't know?
I don't know. I really don't know. I just knew from about 3 or 4 or 5 months, like, he just wasn't doing the things like my other 2 children were doing, and I was like, there's something not right.
Yeah.
And our pediatrician kept saying, no, it's developmental delay. And to ease my mind, at 9 months, they sent out early intervention. And they said he qualified for physical therapy. And then occupational therapy too. And then finally, at a year old, at the doctor's office, he said, he goes, I think he has cerebral palsy. So we went to see a neurologist and stuff, and it confirmed that he had spastic quadriplegic cerebral palsy. It's of the forelimbs.
Right.
So he's not able to sit up on his own. He's not able to walk, crawl. There's no support there for that. He rolls. He likes to roll.
Okay.
That's his thing. He's like, put me on the floor so I could roll around.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yeah.
Cool. That's so neat. Because he developmentally, as far as talking to him, he's
Normal.
yeah.
He knows everything. He's sharp.
Does good in school. He's smart.
He is 11. He's very intelligent. Very, very, very intelligent.
When I first met him, and I told you, and you were there, and he knew my phone.
Yeah.
It's the latest phone, which I wouldn't know if I didn't have to buy it. If somebody gave me a phone, I'd be like,
Right.
all right, this does what I need it to do. But just looking at
Yeah.
it, and I think they all look the same with the
Right.
cases.
Yeah,
He
right.
knew
Yeah.
that it was the latest phone, and he has an iPad that he uses.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing. He goes on there.
He goes on YouTube,
He can
like,
find-
he
he'll look up
goes
wherever.
on for basketball, football, hunting, fishing, like,
He loves cops. He gets
does he?
when they're chasing, he gets so excited. He's like, oh, you're sitting there, you just get him, you know. It's like firemen. I used to have to put on. He loved the firemen coming down the pole. He would get excited, you know. He loved that.
Wow, that's really cool. Very cool. I have some people that
Yeah.
work in those
Yeah.
fields that would love
Yeah.
to meet him. But so we have a lot of really fun stuff planned for Nathan. So Nathan being in his chair kind of restricts him a little bit. I don't think that. I think they're just challenges because
Yes.
they're not anything that stops him from doing
Yeah.
anything he wants to
Not
do.
at all.
And you guys are amazing in supporting that and helping him to get to where he wants to go.
We're trying. We keep going. Right?
Yeah, you could. I mean, you
keep trudging
Yeah.
along.
I've
That's
been
all we
talking to you
can
guys
do.
for a couple of hours, and I love you are super positive, and
Yeah.
that's
You
really
have to stay positive. There's no downers.
Well, I don't know if he'd let you
No.
not be.
Not with
He
that
seems
smile.
Very positive. I
Yeah.
know. He's so
Pe-
positive.
People say to me, they say, Bobby, like how come you don't get down? Like you didn't see. I said I can't get down. I said, looking for him. I said he smiles all the time. I said and if I get down, what good is that? You're getting a run. How am I going to get? I don't want. How am I going to get out of
I
it?
have to tell you from a mother's perspective, though, watching the love that you have for. I mean, you obviously are the strong caretaker.
Right.
You are super emotional when it comes to your son. Like the love that you have
Yeah.
for your son makes me want to cry every time I
Yes.
look at you. It's just he's so lucky that he has you, the two of you that
Right.
help him do all the stuff in the outdoors that he loves to do.
Yep.
Right.
So there are certain things that financially it gets very expensive with Nathan.
Yes.
It needs a lot of
Yep.
care. It needs a lot of extra tools to be able to do.
Yes.
the
And
things that he wants
insurance
to do.
don't pay for it.
No,
Yes. No.
those aren't.
It's not medically necessary.
Yeah. No. And I'm sure that they
Which-
don't find hunting in the outdoors.
No,
It's
hunting
very-
and fishing isn't
Yeah.
a priority.
It's so good for Nathan because it keeps him going and it gives him something to look forward to, and he
Yeah.
loves it and he's passionate about it. And
Yeah.
so that was kind of one of the things in talking to Nathan that I just loved about him is that he loved talking about hunting,
Yeah.
he loved talking about fishing, and those are things that I love. So I want to do everything that I can to help Nathan. And so I'm excited for Nathan and for everybody to watch Nathan's journey because I think that he just promotes, that drive that if they see that nothing holds Nathan back.
Right.
Yep.
If nothing holds Nathan back, there's
Anybody.
nothing. Yeah,
Right. Anybody
absolutely.
can achieve what Nathan has. You know.
And he does cheerleading.
Yes.
Yep.
He
Challenger
does.
baseball he plays.
He's on the Pride Squad. One of our local, she's my daughter's football coach, and she's also a teacher at a local school. She started this a few years ago, and it's for kids with any kind of disability, whether it be Down syndrome, whether it be CP, whether any kind
Autistic.
of, whatever it. And she approached me and said, I need a boy cheerleader, and would Nathan be
We got
interested?
Oh,
And my husband was a little weary about it, so I went over his head and went right to Nathan and right to the source and said, would you like to do this? And he said, absolutely, and turns to my daughter and says, do you know how many hot chicks I'm going to get out of this? So, but he also does Challenger baseball. He is with our local Boy Scouts and loves football, baseball, basketball. We are at our local school district for football and basketball. He's there at every game. He likes to tell the boys what to do. Okay, whether we're going to win a game or whether we're going to lose a game, and but he learned the rules, and he asked me my daughter's freshman year of basketball season. He's like, well, "What are the rules of the game?" And I'm like, "I have no idea." And he went on his iPad and looked up and learned the rules of basketball, and would say, "Well, that was a foul on this, or that was a foul on that." I'm like, "How do you know this?" He goes, "It's on my iPad, and that's what I studied." So, but
so cool.
I said, so he's well-rounded.
Yeah.
And loves his hunting, fishing.
Just like active stuff.
Yes. Being outside, being outdoors.
Yeah.
Loving it.
So Nathan has a surgery coming up for his feet. So can you just tell us a little bit about that?
When Nathan stands, his feet roll inward. So the doctor wants to straighten that out. So when he does stand, he'll be able to stand up flat and straight. So
when is that one?
It's supposed to happen this summer.
Oh, this summer.
Yes, and what they'll do the surgery, and then he'll be double casted for about 4 to 6 weeks.
So you're going to have to tell them that Nathan needs to be able to go
Hunting.
in the fall.
I know.
Have you heard about how many surgeries he's had? Because you said he had a lot on his legs.
He had the eyes.
He had his eyes done. He had his hips, plates and screws put in his hips, and then a year and a half later had them removed. He had his groin done. He's had the legs done. The last time when he had surgery was October of 2017, and they did like 6 different things on both legs, and they said it was like having 3 years worth of surgeries done at one time.
He's a tough guy.
He is a tough kid. You just got to stay strong and stay positive.
Yeah, he's pretty amazing.
He's always the one. Like, if I'm making meatballs, he's like, "Can I help? Can I watch?" I said, "You're the only one that's going to know my recipes because I have nothing marked down."
Yeah.
I said, "The other kids, they just don't want to learn." And Nathan wants to learn. And even like a couple of times, I'm like, I'll put the meat in his hand, and his left hand is his bad hand. So he uses his right a lot.
Yeah.
So I said, hold it in your left and just keep rolling with your right.
Yeah.
And he's like, "It doesn't look like yours." I said, "Whatever it is. You made it."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Don't worry about it."
That's so cool.
But he's like, "They'll starve me. They don't know how to cook here."
I love that he just wants to learn everything. He wants to know everything.
And he'll never, ever forget anybody. Nate was like 6 or 7 years old, and my son would be like, "Well, we're going to go to the movies. We're taking Nathan with us." I'm like, what 17-year-old kid takes their little brother with them to the movies? And I'm like, which is wonderful. And Natalie would take them to cheer practice and wherever, to the movies, to bowling. And I'm like, they're just great kids. And everybody's like, "You raised beautiful kids." And I'm like, "Not now."